Welcome to Reps and Resilience. In today's video, we're going to be ranking my favourite bicep exercises using the muscle meter. And we're going to start at number 10. Number 10 is the spider curl. The spider curl puts your arms in front of your body, so you actually have a limited tension in the stretched position. So for me, it's a suboptimal biceps exercise. Next we have the hammer curl. Now I do feel a little bit bad having the hammer curl down in number 9, but there is a more optimal version of this exercise, so there's no point wasting our time doing the suboptimal version. Now the hammer curl actually takes your arms and biceps out of supination by pointing your thumbs up towards the sky. This actually takes a little bit of the tension away from the biceps and more of the focus onto the brachialis, which sits just underneath your biceps. Now this can actually arguably help you develop your peak in your bicep. By growing that brachialis underneath, you're gonna have slightly more defined peak, but this isn't the best way to do it. So stick around to find the best way to do it, because it's coming up. Then we have the standard dumbbell curl. The dumbbell curl is a very easy and accessible exercise, one that I do quite a lot in my workouts, but it's not necessarily optimal. The tension on your biceps is actually highest in that kind of mid-range of the movement, not when the bicep in its most stretched position. So it's not an optimal resistance curve, unfortunately. As easy as a bicep curl is in terms of accessibility, it is not our optimal exercise, so it is going down in number 8. Number 7 is the easy bar curl. The easy bar curl has the same suboptimal tension curve issues as our other free weight exercises. For me, it's a personal preference slightly over the dumbbells, but really they're quite similar. They're both very easy to access and easy to overload, but that will be staying at number 7. The laying dumbbell curl. Now this is a relatively new exercise variation on the typical incline dumbbell curl. It actually has a really good amount of tension in the stretched position, but it can put a little bit of strain on the shoulders if you already have a bit of shoulder weakness or pain there. So for safety, which is always a priority in training because you've got to be able to rock up again the next day, it is not going to be one of our top 5. At number 5 is, as we just mentioned, the incline dumbbell curl. Now this one is one that I'll occasionally use in my workouts. However, we have had a study that has shown it's less effective than the preacher curl. So it's not one that I do that often, but it does have a nice bit of tension in that stretched position. It's fairly easy to set up and overload, but it's not one of my regular every week exercises. Coming in at number 4 is the dumbbell preacher curl. And in this video you can see I'm doing the hammer variation of it. And that is the exercise that is going to maximize your peak of your bicep the most. Okay, as we know, the hammer curl targets the brachialis, but using a preacher curl bench, we are actually fixing those tension issues. That tension curve is now optimized. We are having a lot more tension in the stretch position. Coming in at number 3, and to be honest, number 1, 2, and 3 could be in any order. They are that close. It is a personal preference thing when you get to this point. These are by far the top 3 exercises that you can do for your biceps. Number 3 is the Bayesian cable curl. This one has the most optimal tension in that stretched position, which we know is what we need for our biceps growth. Also, it's got a nice consistent tension curve, so you're getting tension all the way through the movement. And at number 2, everybody was waiting for this one, and I was very close to putting it at number 1. This is the machine preacher curl. Machine preacher curl is nice and easy to overload. It keeps your arms nice and locked in and secure. You are having excellent tension in that stretched position, and it is absolutely an exercise you should be doing if you want to be growing your biceps. And coming in at number 1, my favorite, which is a staple of all of my arm days, it is the high Bayesian cable curl. and this just gives us that little bit extra tension in the stretched position, which is absolutely optimal for growing our biceps, and it has a nice consistent tension curve. The other benefit of this that just bumps it ahead of the preacher curl is it's nice and versatile. If you want to do a quick drop set, you don't have to be loading weights on and off. Those cables are really easy to adjust the weights on. And if you've got a training partner as well, you can swap in and out, adjusting the weights nice and quickly and efficiently. So it fits into your workouts really well. It gives you that optimal tension curve, and it is by far my favorite exercise. So get out, give those a go, and let me know what you think of them. If you've got some value out of today's video and you appreciate the time and effort that's gone into making it and recording it, please drop a like, share it with a friend, and drop a comment of what video you want to see next. This is all about building a community here, so I want your feedback, I want your engagement, and thank you again for coming and watching Reps and Resilience.